Let me tell you a story. So I was in the sixth grade and also in the third grade, and I wondered why people didn't like me. I used to cry and go to my mom and say to her, why don't these people like me? Many people didn't like me, but also very few people liked me. And back in 2022, I realized this is called social polarity. Now, now, I live true to my core, aligned to my purpose, doing the things that give me the most fulfillment, and I feel happy. And then today I'm going to educate you on authenticity. Now, authenticity is the fastest way, the fastest filter to all of people's nonsense and fakery they can give you. Authenticity is being connected with your gut feelings, with your thoughts, and the way you are, your true self. This would have been necessary back in our primal days. Let me tell you why. If there was a saber-toothed tiger right there, okay, and I was hiding here, if there was a saber-toothed tiger right there, I would have felt it in my gut. And me being connected to my gut feelings, I would have either fight or flight as part of my sympathetic response, okay? So authenticity is a non-negotiable human need. Authenticity is also a way of either repelling people away or attracting people away. Or attracting people. When you are authentic to yourself, you either push or pull people on this continuum of either liking you, really, really liking you, or really hating you, okay? When you act true to yourself, you attract people who relate to your weirdness, to your idiosyncrasies, to the way you speak, the way you laugh, the way you smile, the way you walk. You attract people who like that. And these people are the ones who are compatible with you and who will be the ones to give you a loving bond. Now the opposite is true. When you act inauthentic to yourself, and I'm speaking to my younger self here, and hopefully you can relate. When you act inauthentic to yourself, you attract people who are like-minded to your fake self. And when you show your true colors, they repel away. Understood? And that's okay. That is okay. Because you realize that these people aren't compatible with you. And let's be honest, you wouldn't want to spend time with them either way because they're incompatible with you. They don't like the way you smell, bro. They don't like the way you sound. They don't like the way you look. And that's okay. You're not compatible with them. Maybe they're compatible with someone else, and that is fine. Not everyone should love you, not everyone should hate you. Understood? Adopting this approach in my life made me okay with this, and it made me happy and grateful for my character. Let me be honest with you. In person, like this, maybe I don't show it when I'm recording, but I'm very funny. Well, I think I'm funny. Okay, I make a lot of jokes. And I laugh weird. I laugh weird. I'm ever smiling, and that's just who I am. And if people don't like it, then I'm okay with it. I move on with life because I've got other things that fulfill me and give me happiness, and not not for me to conform to people's standards that they set upon me. A prerequisite for the bonding and loving connection for like-minded people is you to simply be yourself. It's a cliche advice, sounds wishy-washy, but it takes you a long way in life. You being yourself is the fastest way to develop loving and bonding connections. Now, I said this is a disclaimer. If your authentic self is a fat, dopamine addict, unproductive person, then by all means, you have to adopt the identity of someone who is an athlete, a productive athlete, who eats well and who studies, who gets stuff done. and make that your new self. That is your authentic self now. You visualize it, manifest it, and take action on it. But if you've already improved and you're like me and you have made significant improvement, then there's no need to copy other people and act inauthentic to yourself. You just need to be yourself and see who really vibes with who you really are. Do you understand? Am I making myself clear? An example of this I can give in real life are two people that come to my mind when I think of this. So I have this friend. I call him a classmate. We don't speak outside of school. His name's Afran, and he is the definition of being cutthroat and authentic. He does not care what people think about him whatsoever, and he is himself. He does, with all his weird attributes that make him unique, he is himself. This way, he pushes people on one end of really liking him, and on the other hand of really hating him. He avoids this middle gray zone of the safe zone of not knowing whether people like him or hate him. And this way he doesn't waste time with people who don't like him. And I admire him for that. That's the one thing we can learn from Afran, is being cutthroat as possible. Another person I think of is Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is a very controversial figure. Why? Because he's very polarizing. He speaks with so much conviction, and he either makes people do one of two things. One, either really love him or really hate him. He doesn't waste time with this middle zone, this safe area, this gray area. He doesn't waste time here. He doesn't waste time here whatsoever. So people really like him or really hate him. And he's fine with that. He moves on with life. It's not like he has to conform to certain standards people place upon him. These are the things I really admire for both of these characters. And you could be like them. Accepting the reality that this is me. And if you don't like me, then we are simply incompatible. And this way, you live life having this nonchalant and unfazed attitude with people not liking you, people liking you. The TLDR of this video is to, number one, wear your heart on your sleeve and be as cutthroat as possible with your authenticity and just be yourself. And number two, be okay with people not liking you and people hating you, because that simply means you are not compatible. And have some respect for yourself and just move on with life and don't get carried away with people not liking you. Safe. Over and out.